They didn't come to negotiate. They didn't ask questions. They simply took 1 second. Earth's outer recon satellite buzzed with static. The next silence. Staff Sergeant Elias Grant vanished from his patrol ship without a trace. No explosion. No debris. Just absence. The galactic maps still labeled Earth as pre-hyperdrive developing class. But the Sharkle Dominion didn't care. To them, we were an experiment, not a civilization. A specimen, not a threat. But they made one critical error. What happens when you steal a man trained to survive the worst? And give him a reason to fight harder than ever before? They thought they captured a soldier. What they actually unleashed was a storm. Elias awoke to cold light. His suit was gone, his body restrained. He was breathing somehow, though the air tasted like iron and ammonia. Alien, yet artificial. Figures stood around him, tall, fluid in motion. Their skin shimmered like obsidian soaked in violet. No mouths, no words. Only piercing eyes and biotech scanning his nervous system. Like a machine reading a code it didn't understand. Pain came next. Needles, neural spikes, vibration fields, tests. But Elias didn't scream, didn't break, didn't give them what they wanted. The days, if you could even call them that, blended into one long nightmare. But Elias wasn't just a prisoner. He was a recon specialist, trained in deep space endurance, psychological warfare, and covert resistance. As they mapped his biology, he studied them in return. Every flicker of light, every rhythm of footstep, every pattern in their observation. Scheduled. What they didn't realize was that every moment they kept him alive gave him another tool to bring them down. In the cold dark, Elias found clarity. They saw humans as weak, divided, primitive, but they didn't understand the truth. We are a species forged in conflict. We survived extinction-level winters. We crawled through world wars, cyber collapses, and colonized 2 planets with our bare hands. We're not strong because we're perfect. We're strong because we break and rebuild better. These aliens believed torture would erase his will. Instead, they sharpened it. And back home, they had no idea what was coming. Chapter 4, The Sci-Fi on Earth. Elias's disappearance didn't go unnoticed. When Command lost contact, the Colonial Intelligence Corps didn't debate. They scanned deep space for quantum residue. And what they found wasn't wreckage. It was a trace. A direction. Coordinates pointing to uncharted space, deep within Sharkle territory. They were warned. Don't interfere. He's gone. But Earth doesn't abandon its own. Ever. A stealth ship was dispatched. No fanfare, no diplomacy. Just one mission. Bring him back. But before they could even reach the zone, a signal arrived from Elias. They're dissecting me. Don't come. Not yet. Let me finish what they started. And here's the second question. What kind of man, alone, broken, hunted, chooses to stay in enemy territory? Just to hurt them from the inside? Inside the alien facility, Elias acted. His body was weak, but his mind? Sharper than ever. Used his restraints as a fulcrum to dislocate and escape. He memorized security codes through repeated rhythm patterns. He studied their biotech, realizing to his astonishment, it was partially organic, partially networked. And he learned how to infect it. He turned their own systems into weapons. And one night, when the lead xenobiologist leaned in too close, Elias whispered his first words in over 30 days. Thanks for the training. What followed was a massacre, but it wasn't rage. It was surgical vengeance. He didn't kill to escape. He killed to send a message. Elias accessed the central core. A bio-digital mainframe pulsing with intelligence, the brain behind their experiments. He uploaded something simple. Something human, a feedback virus built from stolen alien code in human logic loops. It spread like wildfire. First the cameras, then the doors, then their medical stations. In minutes, the facility was collapsing, not from fire or weapons, but from their own systems turning on them. He activated the emergency beacon, not to call for rescue, but to broadcast what he had done. Across 5 systems the message played. This is Staff Sergeant Elias Grant of Earth. I was taken. I was studied. Now I'm returning the favor. The Sharkle Dominion received that transmission. So did their enemies. So did their allies. And so did Earth. Asterisk, the extraction team found Elias barely alive, drifting in orbit in a stolen escape pod. Body broken. But his mission complete. The facility no longer existed. Their research deleted. Their AI corrupted. Their medical dominance shattered. He spent the next 3 months in a coma. When he awoke, his first words were, "Did they get the message?" And the answer was yes. The galaxy shifted. Where once humans were seen as backwater primates, now we were unpredictable, dangerous, untameable. No one dared touch Earth again. And now ask yourself one last question. If just one human soldier could cripple an empire from inside their own walls, what happens if we send more?